Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Hump Day episode of Sunup on 7. I'm Kevin Mendes.
And I am Miriam Abdulkawi. Good morning, Belize. We are so happy to be here with you
That
today.
is absolutely true. We're also very excited about today's episode. So let's tease them. What can they expect on today's show?
Yes, we have a full show, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to give you a little teaser. We're going to be hearing from the YWCA. They're celebrating their 70th anniversary, and they'll be talking about some upcoming events that they're happening. Then we also have people coming in talking about Reef Week. Very important.
That is true.
We need to talk about Reef Week. We do have the largest living reef on this side of the world. Well, largest living reef ever. So we need to talk about the reef and how to take care of the reef. And we also have a juicy couch talk and other items as well. So
Miriam gave you a proper teaser. What can you expect today? So folks, thank you so much for welcoming us into your space. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or cable TV, we love to hear from you. Let us know where you're celebrating, how you're feeling. And Miriam, let's get to the couch.
Let's do it.
Let's get to the couch.
She's a super freak, she's super freaking, yeah. Temptation sing.
I've come to find that the truth isn't what we were told. So where
To everybody on Sunup.
do I seek the answer that's worth looking for today? Just in time,
And he's here to talk to us
the
about
writing appears on
the
the
show that we're on
wall.
right now. Tell me, this
When
one you're
I were the first ones to see
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been
the
happening
world
over the
that
weekend.
we see
So
may
far.
seem that it'll never change. They say,
White people.
but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You'll discover how the world turns each day.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome to your Wednesday episode. Thank you so much for welcoming Miriam and I into your space. It's March 11th. It's a special day, and we're going to be announcing why shortly. But definitely, we're also excited about today's episode. So before we get into everything, let's bring you the weather, and that's courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning. Relatively dry conditions prevail over the region and will support mainly fair weather today and tonight. The 24-hour forecast is for mostly sunny skies today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Little or no rain is expected. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the seas will be choppy. High temperatures this afternoon will range from 85 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 90 inland, but only 78 degrees up in the mountains. The outlook is for partly cloudy skies on Thursday with isolated showers, with skies becoming cloudy Thursday night, along with a few showers over most areas and the chance for an isolated thunderstorm. There is a low tide at 8:10 this morning, and the high comes up at 2:59 this afternoon. Another low is at 11:44 tonight, and another high at 6:31 tomorrow morning. Sunrise this morning is at 3 minutes after 6, and the sunset this evening is at a minute after 6. The moon will set at 11:31 this morning and rise again at 1:19 tonight. In the fire risk forecast, the risk for forest and brush fires will be low to moderate today. In the sargassum update, surface and satellite data continue to show sargassum increasing over the area. As a result, more mats are expected to drift ashore during the next few days, producing moderate impacts. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
Folks, that's your weather. Great weather for today.
Yes.
25 degrees.
Nice
Easter,
and warm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you feel it?
Yeah, you like the warmer weather?
I like the warmer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, it's just like, especially when you're sweating, it's just like a clean sweat.
What kind of, I don't understand what that means.
It just means like your body's just like cleaning out itself. You know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like when you
okay.
go to like a sauna, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
kind of sweat that you get from a sauna is
Yeah.
completely different. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but I can understand what you're saying, but I like it when it's cooler at night. A little bit cooler
Cooler
than
at
it was in the
night.
day.
Okay.
Because when it's hot at night, they're like, man, I'm not fun to blow hot breeze. It is not a good look.
That is true. That is true. Miriam, how are you doing today? You look. I love your shoes.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Miriam is
quite
showing
fabulous.
up today.
Ew, ew,
I
ew.
love it. So 1 to 10, how is your energy level?
I'm at a 12, boo.
Wow.
I'm at a 12.
Yeah? What's your secret?
What's my secret? I do meditation before I go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
And then my yoga or like something like, or especially I pray before I go to sleep. Then I pray when I wake up. So it's kind of like I have that helmet of my fortress of prayer and God with
love
me
it.
as I go throughout the day. So I'm like, today's going to be a great day, God. Thank you.
Today's going to be a great day.
It
I
is.
agree.
Yeah,
Yes. So let's claim it. Everybody that's tuned in, you know,
Today's going to be a
it's
great
going to
day.
be a great
God.
Wednesday, and we're very excited
Yeah,
about
send in a juge. Great
what
day,
you
juge.
joining us today for sure.
How's your energy?
I'm feeling excellent, honestly. Like, so shout out to folks at the Belmopan bus terminal, I have to say, because they're like, Kevin, you still not giving our shout out yet. And I know they're going to be tuned in this morning. So I have to
Okay.
do that. And shout out to the folks at the passport office in Belmopan. It was a very efficient process getting my passport. Because
Oh.
I'm traveling very soon to go to
Yes.
Brazil for a course that I'm doing, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
So I'm just grateful that things are aligning for
Yeah.
this opportunity to come up.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait for you to go back to Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I'm just in a really good space, and I feel like it's been a while that I've been on Sunup. Like Fridays feels like so long, you know.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday, so
Yeah.
it's good to be back and share the space with everyone today.
Yeah, with the long weekend that went
With the long
by.
weekend.
It was a much needed long weekend. I hope our
I-
Sunup viewers had a nice long weekend as well. Everyone here, especially in
Yeah,
Belize. And
yeah. So, folks, if you're
enjoy the
celebrating
grace.
anything, let us know. We would absolutely love to
Por
give you a
favor.
shout out. Let us know how you're feeling. And of course, we thank you so much for joining Miriam and I today on this fabulous Wednesday episode. Miriam, let's get started with our couch thought. shall we?
Yes, we shall. So
Okay.
our first
So-
couch talk point is the BCWJ protest at the National Assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Belize Communications Workers for Justice are still in their fight to get their severance
Yeah.
paid
Just
and all of
ongoing.
these things, you know. And
is
despite there has been a court ruling that is saying BTL, you do have to pay their severance, they still are in the negotiation process surrounding this. So they're saying we're gonna be showing up until we get what is rightfully ours. So yesterday, what was a big day at the National Assembly because the Prime Minister was presenting the budget, the Belize Communications Workers for Justice also showed up at the National Assembly with the hopes that, you know, they're able to like amplify their fight, amplify their voices,
Yeah,
you know, hoping that the Prime Minister was able to connect with them, connect with their fight and be able to
Yeah.
like, advocate for them. We know that in a past comment, the Prime Minister did say like BTL, you should pay them, you know, what's
Yes,
really theirs.
yes.
And they're saying at the end of the day, BTL is a public-owned company, right? It's owned by the people of Belize. you already have the prime minister who appoints the board members into this company. So they're saying, at the end, like y'all can help us for us to get what is rightfully ours.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we do know that the prime minister did not meet with them. Who they met with was the leader of the opposition, Tracy Tager Panton, who during the presentation at the National Assembly, she was able to like amplify again their cause and what they're fighting for. What I found like pretty brilliant. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts before I share what was also like pretty brilliant about this?
It's just that, you know, the kudos to the BCWJ for continuing their plight tirelessly, going out there, making sure that they are, you know, raising their voices to be heard. I mean, I just feel like this is such an ongoing saga that is so unnecessary. They've been promised, and it's been rescinded, then it's been back. Then it's like they are just asking for the 6% that they are owed from back then. You know, if you just do it for no, it's like it's not going to be a lot of money, and that's not fair. That's literally work that was done for free.
Exactly.
That's not a that's not a non-profit or a volunteer place. This is a place that actually makes money. So my question has always been like, why can't they just get paid? You know what I mean? So I don't think it's fair, and I'm kudos to them for sticking to, you know, their guns and making sure that they're just showing up for themselves, raising their voices and continually speaking out. You know, and they're raising the bar each time they're going to different places. Now they're at the National Assembly, you know. So I hope that, you know, their voices are heard and there's a positive outcome for them overall.
Yeah. So thank you, Miriam, for your contribution.
Yeah.
So if we can continue on this topic, is that something like fascinating that they did was that part of their like protest strategy was to do a mass texting.
Yeah.
Right. So they said our members from the Belize Communications Workers for Justice are represented throughout the country, and they said in one way or another, like we are your sister, we're your brother, we're your cousin, you are our grandparents. We are somebody that's close to you.
Yeah.
So what they did is that they mass text the area representatives that were present yesterday at the National Assembly. So like they caught people like watching at their text, and they're like, yes, we're gonna be blasting them messages about what is our cause and what we're fighting for. I thought that was brilliant, right?
Amazing,
like
yeah.
that's a great way of like saying, hey, like we want you to know what it is. I mean, they have been very present on the news. So it's like, it would be really like crazy for you not to know what they're fighting for. But again, we're here to remind you what we're doing. So they went ahead and they did that, and they said they were going to continue with that strategy. What they were also hoping for, which was granted at the end of the day, was for them to have access to the National Assembly while the presentation was getting done. Even with that, there was a couple issues because they were put on the opposition section, and then after that they were moved to the other section where they're able to like face the presentations. But at the end of the day, would you say it was a successful day for them, Miriam? How would you rate the day for them?
I mean, is it successful if they're still not getting what they're asking for? That's always my main question. But it is a success that they keep showing up. It is a success that they do not let their voices, you know, kind of fizzle down and let it just blow over and be like, well, another give them, we might as well just take what they're giving us. No, they know that they deserve what they are owed, and so they are sticking to their guns and they're staying with it. So to me, that's a success, and we pray for the longer success in the long run so that they can, you know, get the monies that they deserve, that they work for. Like, I don't know, like, people can't work for free. Like, everything costs something, you know. Give the people what they're owed.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
That's the fair and right thing to do.
I agree. So, you know, great strategy. They did share that they're going to be doing a protest again at the end of the week. So this is not over yet. So we're going to continue following the story to see, you know, when will they get compensated by BTL? When will the Belize Communications Workers for Justice get compensated by BTL?
Yeah, I love their stick-to-itness and their resolve. Like, we're gonna stay with this until we get the outcome we want. So shout out to you guys. Yeah.
Let's move on to our next Couch Talk topic. And we briefly mentioned this already,
yes, we
Miriam.
did. Yeah, so the leader of the opposition, you know, takes BCWJ issue to the Assembly chamber. So, you know, the opposition leader highlighted the plight and, you know, put it on record in the parliament. And so, you know, she was sympathizing with them, of course, with the former workers, and she was demanding, like we were both saying, for them to get paid. But unfortunately, the Public Utilities Minister, Michelle Shabat, came prepared. You know, he responded, and it started to get a little out of hand because he responded, and then minister from Mesopotamia responded, Mr. Lee Mark, and then that was like a back and forth. I don't know if we're going to show that or not, but the sparks were flying. The sparks were sparking, and they were like just literally throwing words at each other. And the whole time, when I was watching the story, I was like, "No, gosh, why we have to? Why are you?"
Yeah, you're missing the point.
Yes, you're missing the point. And
Yeah.
why are we like? It started to get like you were like, is it turning into being something personal? Like, why are they throwing words at each other? And it's like, come on, guys, we're in the National Assembly. Like, let's keep our decorum. Let's set the example. But they went completely off, Kevin. I don't know how you felt about that. I just remember when it started happening, I was like, no, like let's
Yeah.
not behave this way. Let's behave in a professional way, you know?
I agree.
People are looking up to them.
It really like takes the spotlight from the issue that they're trying to address here, right? And you know, it's unfortunate
not the
that
point.
in these spaces, you know, ego and personality can get the best out of people, and that's where the spotlight would go to. But it's interesting to see like how this topic still like rubs people in a certain way, which is what I guess it's a good thing, right? Because when it triggers you, it's like, why is it triggering me, right? And so like it's going like
Yes.
to go deeper into this situation.
But
Again, it's
you-
unfortunate that they had to like get at each other like that,
Yeah.
which is a disservice to saying Belize communications workers for justice.
Yeah, like
we
let's
got
stay
you.
on the task
Yeah.
at hand. Like let's really focus on why we're here, which is to help the Belizean people, not throw words at each other. So I don't know. Whenever I see something like that, I always think that there's maybe something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about that possibly could have led to, you know, that kind of having those sparks fly like that, because it was like out of nowhere. Like everything was fine. They were all talking. And then before you know it, these two people are shouting at each other and you're just like, why? This is not the point. This is not why we're here. We're here to. And it wasn't like, yeah. Anyway, we could go on and on about that. It's embarrassing. And you see it happen all over the Caribbean. Like, have you ever seen all the other ones? Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, you think our one bad? When they're
mean,
in the house in
no
different...
excuse, right?
No excuse. And I won't
Yeah.
call out any other countries if they're watching. But in the Caribbean, like, when they're in their own National Assembly, when they start throwing words at each other, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they just said that. Like, you're just like, wow, that was not professional at all. Like, and the corporation is
Yeah.
permeating everywhere. But in any case, I think that the sparks flying still draws attention to why that happened, and still drawing attention to the BCWJ, you know, workers. So eventually, I mean, whether there's personal attacks, they're still going to have to discuss the topic at hand. So, you know, why did that happen? We don't know, Kevin, but, you know,
Yeah.
so we go.
Great. Thank you, Miriam.
You're
so we
welcome.
continue with our couch talk. And so like we said, it was a big day yesterday at the National Assembly because the Prime Minister took the stand to present his budget.
Yes.
In which the big tagline was prosperity, right? And so he was talking about how the budget promises prosperity but delivers a modest growth target. So basically, there's a projection of a 2.3% budget increase for 2026. 2025 had a budget growth of 1.9%, which the Prime Minister shared that it was, you know, like a reflection of like post-pandemic growth, right? So like comparison, like pre-COVID, COVID, and what's taking place
Post-COVID.
now, right? So we can definitely see how like right after COVID there was like a gradual increase, but I guess coming from like zero or like from scratch, it was expected to see that kind of growth. But now that things have a bit normalized, it's been 6 years since the pandemic, that we see like, okay, it's going sustainably, right? Which now is the projected 2.3% increase in the budget. So that's one thing that he presented yesterday. What for me like caught my attention was the many projects that are going to be invested into the country. And two things is like how are the revenues going to be collected to be able to keep the budget that was presented. And if my understanding is right, is that we can see that there's like a large number in like an increase, or like consumer taxes is what's going to be providing a larger revenue to be able to like fulfill the expectations of this budget, right? So like
So are you saying your
Consumer
projection
taxes.
is higher taxes for us?
yeah, for next year to be able to like keep this budget afloat. And also like another note was that the corporate taxes are going down. So we see more consumer taxes going up and corporate taxes going down. So we may be expected to be paying more taxes coming to, again, to be able to do this. The next thing was the public sector wage bill. So what was presented yesterday was that there are about approximately 15,000 public workers. That's like a large
chunk of people.
chunk of people, right? And that the Prime Minister, like, I like the way how he presented it in us to be able to understand what like amount is spent on salaries for public workers. He said 58 cents of every dollar goes to salaries and pension of public workers, which is like, wow, you know? So like my question is, if you're conscious that 58 cents of every dollar goes to like this sector, how can we address this?
Yeah.
You know? And I guess it's like letting some people go.
Probably, yeah. And it's unfortunate to hear this, Kevin, because when you hear this, it's like you want to hear this prosperity report and you're thinking the word prosperity means, you know, we're going to be prosperous, this is going to be great. And then you hear the report and you're just like, that doesn't sound good overall for Belizeans listening, because it sounds like taxes may increase. You know what I mean? It's a possibility.
It's a possibility,
and
yeah.
the trajectory has been, you know, since we were children and now everything keeps going up. So you're being taxed and then everything else, the price is going up as well. So how is that prosperous for anybody? You know what they say, like everything go up except pay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad to say, but I mean, when you live it and you see it in real life, you know, I always like, I sympathize with people who have kids. I'm like, my gosh, how are these people surviving? How are they getting by? I mean, they really, you know, have to pull all the monies, all the resources together to make sure to provide for their family. So I don't know if there will be another update to that report to, you know, address whatever issues the public may have in order to address their issues. But I would hope that there would be some plan to kind of curtail whatever increase on taxes or anything that can cause Belizeans to have to pay more than what they're already paying, man.
That is true. That is true. That is true. So
You know?
that was an interesting note, you know, like the amount of public sector workers and the money that gets put into this sector for them to be properly paid. What the Prime Minister did share also yesterday, Miriam, is that there's going to be an expected 4% salary increase for public servants coming next year also. So I'm sure this is like news well received for persons within the sector, right? Because they've been asking for a salary increase again to be able to meet their needs, their basic needs that everybody needs. So 4% salary increase. But yeah, so like the presentation and the debate of the budget is going to continue at this time. So we're going to see, you know, what comes out of this. But definitely, I would recommend for people to take hold of the budget presentation and, you know, read it through. It's a very like important process that we should be acquainted with to know like what is the government, you know, where are their projections, you know, like where are they going to be spending money, where have we spent money, and how are we going to be getting the revenue back to be able to fulfill the projections of this budget. Which again, for me, like what I captured was a large chunk of it is coming from consumer taxes.
And the more you're educated about what is actually happening, you'll have a, you know, a greater understanding and a stronger opinion about, well, how can we adjust this or curtail this to help everyone and not just a specific group of people, you know?
And it's like,
so we shall see, darling.
Let's continue.
Let's continue. So now, Kevin, so there was a story that came out about
a virtual extortion.
A virtual extortion that happened in Chetumal. So if you are Sunup listeners and everyone listening doesn't know, this story is 2 women and 1 man. They were all Belizean nationals. You know, they were all the victims of online extortion. So basically, you know, all the Belizean nationals, and they were between the ages of 18 and 25. They were families. They were preventing their families from depositing money demanded over the phone for their release. So they were like basically being said like, you know, you have to give us this amount, you know. And so the incident occurred on March 9th. And young people, they received some calls. And they were ordering, whoever called them was ordering them to go and get certain to go to a certain location after leaving the family member's graduation. And then around midnight, the authorities were able to contact the father and inform them that this was an online extortion attempt and that, you know, they were being asked to pay 350,000 pesos. Can you, Kevin, help us to understand? I don't know if you know, but what's the rate again?
So
We
that's
can figure that
expected
out.
to be 40,000 Belize dollars.
40,000 Belize dollars.
Yeah, to be able to get their relatives back. So like at the end,
Yeah.
like thank you so much, Miriam, for
Yeah.
giving us the background into this topic. So what we can say is that, again, it was a virtual extortion that took place in Chetumal. Like you mentioned some like important details of how it transpired, is that these
Yeah, 'cause
folks,
they
they
were at a
went for a
graduation.
graduation.
Yeah.
After that, they got an Uber. And then that's where the extortion started to take place, right? So like their relatives were so what the Mexican Attorney General presented yesterday is that they cloned the daughter's WhatsApp account to be able to communicate with her dad and be like, we have been kidnapped. Also, like,
Oh my God.
virtually, they forced the youth to send photos that they then sent to the family as a way to like prove that they were kidnapped.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just like,
Yeah. So can you talk about
how did like all of this happen, right?
Yeah, because how can you clone a WhatsApp?
Well, you can if because like sometimes they're like send like codes like like, you know, like there's a code that we need for you to put in, and then like people would
Oh
just
my
go and like send their code that they would send them,
And then that
that's
gives the
where
person access.
to the But so like
That's been happening
So
a lot.
like I'm not an investigator, but
Yeah.
just like coming like the meeting point was the Uber, right? So like there are speculations as to like there could be like a bigger, you know, extortion circle around this incident, because like the person that had the Uber, that got the Uber, was part of this whole extortion ring, because like that's where like again things went that way. What we can say is that we're grateful to share that the persons they got home safely, so they're back with their family. No money was spent, so no $40,000 was sent to anyone.
Okay.
And the Mexican authorities are further like investigating this
Yeah.
situation.
And every time I hear a story like this, I always think, Kevin, like this isn't the first time this has happened. Obviously, this is just a story that we have been privy to hear about, and thank God no one was hurt or there was no money stolen. So, you know, you have to be careful. You know, a lot of people that I know, they get a lot of messages to their WhatsApp, or like you're going into the app and then it's asking you to sign in again or something, or it's saying like, just if you need to get in, put this in. I just restart my phone or remove the app and download again. I'm like, I don't trust nothing, okay? I write down my passwords and change them regularly, because you never know.
That's a great way
You
of
never
managing, you know, your
Yeah,
cybersecurity.
you never know when people are trying to hack your phone. Like, what do you want to say, you know? Like, I mean, you know, but I mean, this is a possible thing that you can do. You can extort, you know, because I didn't even know that you could do that, Kevin. You could copy someone's WhatsApp. So that means access their number, like you're them, and send photos and make call. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, like that's like horrible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's a game that's been happening. So hopefully people will be a little more cognizant of that, you know. And there's so much to think about. It's like, God, it's another thing I have to worry about when I do travel now, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, you know, like your neighboring town, like it's Chetumal, where a lot of Belizeans go there.
Yeah.
You know, and there's been like multiple incidences of like many things that go wrong for
Yeah.
like bad experiences that the Belizeans are having over there. So like it just makes you, like you're saying, right? You used to go there just for like your
Hyper-aware.
shopping, just for like, you
Yeah.
know, have a day off, and now like you have to be really, really mindful and alert
Hyper-aware.
that
of-
you may be involved in a
Yeah.
criminal ring situation.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. So again, you know,
Something
like
else to think
check on
about.
your relatives that are going to Chetumal. If you're gonna go, you know, like inform people where you're gonna be. You know, check your surroundings.
Yeah,
All of
send the
those things are very,
location.
very important.
Things like that, yeah. Not doing everything on a live, things like that. Because some people will follow you, see, especially if you have a public platform, and they'll see where you are and they'll like show up or say something or do something, or they could attack you, which has happened to people. So you just have to be hyper aware. some, social media is there to help us, but sometimes people use it as a tool to do horrible things. But in any case, why are you laughing, Kevin?
Belize and Gal say, I can see an ex trying that.
Oh, Lord.
Trying to get into your phone.
Yeah.
What kind of ex you have?
No. Nobody getting in my phone.
Yeah, but we
So
have
let's move
one last topic. Miriam,
One
to
last
go
topic,
through.
about the
Yes.
10 players from the Jamaican club who were denied entry into the U.S. So this is unfortunate, Kevin. The players of Mount Pleasant, a team competing in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, had their visa requests rejected ahead of their Wednesday match against LA Galaxy. We get this report from BBC. 7 players in the squad are from Haiti, which is a part of, the travel ban. And then Mount Pleasant did win a 2025 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, but they're forced to, call up academy players for this week's match. So it's unfortunate because now they are basically stuck. Like, no, they've been completely rejected. They can't participate, but they're qualified. So now what? Because
So they
they've
did
been
not get to
so
participate.
they won't get to participate, and that's just it. And so to me, Kevin, when I heard this story, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the start of a lot of people who are going to be rejected.
Yeah, I mean, so like
Going into the U.S.
yeah.
Because of
yeah.
everything.
So
else. I don't
what
even want to talk about that because I get so upset. Oh,
right, so like
crazy, man.
well, let me take over then.
Yes, please take over because I like to breathe hard already.
So what we can say is that they're still like in the process of like attempting to participate in this upcoming match. And what they're going to be doing is that they're going to be trying to find other players, like sort of replace the Haitian players
That can still
with
go
other
for this
persons that are
place.
going to still be eligible to
Okay.
participate in this. Which again is unfortunate because like it's discriminatory against Haitians to not be able to like
Yes,
go
it
and
is.
participate in this because they are athletes, and they rightfully deserve to participate in this. So like, it really is unfortunate. But the Jamaican team, they still want to participate. But as you mentioned, Miriam, like this may not be the only team that's going to be facing the similar situation. As we know, like Trump has issued like several, like the U.S. government has issued several travel bans to various countries, and we do know, like for instance, the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup is coming to like Canada, is coming to the United States, it's also coming to Mexico. So some countries that are going to be playing in the United States may not be eligible for a visa. So like, will they be able to participate? So it's just like the first of many situations that we may be seeing on the news as in regards to like how is visa travel bans affecting, the sports sector in this regard.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
just the sports sector. I mean, it will run across the board to affect other industries as well. Because if there's a travel ban on Haiti, then that means all Haitians, no matter where you're from, and is that fair to them? No. So, like I said, I just don't want to talk about it because I'm already getting really angry and like my body to get hot. Like I'm just like, it's just ridiculous. Like everything that man is doing is completely self-serving and hurting everyone else, and he doesn't care. So I don't know what else I could say. Like I'm
Okay.
just so mad
I hear
about
you.
it. So
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
that's
for
totally valid, yeah.
for leading that, because like I see how it's going to affect everyone in a negative way. You know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, so changing the tone, lovely darlings. We're finished with our couch talk, right? We're gonna get into our sunrise.
So we have a birthday shout
Birthday
out to
shout
do
out
first.
So
So
birthday
go for it,
shout out
Miriam.
is going to none other than
Da-da-da-da-da. It's a special day. It's March
It's a special day.
11th.
It's March
Yes, so we gotta say happy birthday, Brandon.
Brandon.
Brandon,
wherever you
Brandon.
are. Oh no, why would I do my friend like that, man? No, man. Do a better picture. Oh my God, Brandon,
Brandon.
we were not a part of
We
this.
are not a part of this.
We are not a part of. We did not pick these.
But what
photos,
we
I
can
promise
say
you.
is that we totally value how genuine you are
Yes.
on Sunup on 7.
Yes,
Like you
Brandon's
come
a
here
sweetheart.
and you able to share your perspectives on many things. We love how
Yeah.
you explore your thoughts, how you connect with people, how fun you are, like
Yeah.
share space with, and definitely it's a
Yeah.
connection that everybody loves to experience through you. So Brandon, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
We wish you a fantastic day, maybe filled with love, with laughter, with great
Yeah.
times. I'm sure there's going to be tequila involved
Yes, of
today.
course,
So
of course.
enjoy, and may you have a year filled with
Yeah.
successes, with the great opportunities,
Yes,
with
all
more
the
travel,
goodness.
with more love,
Yes.
and with more greatness
Yes,
that you
maybe
truly,
happy,
truly deserve.
healthy, wealthy, successful, safe, wise, peaceful, joyful, kind, divine, all the goodness, everything, you deserve it. Look at him. Yeah, that's what he was balancing the
When he was
sword.
doing the
said-
shimmy.
When he was doing the shimmy, yeah. That
Yeah.
sword is really heavy, so I was proud of him for doing that.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
no. Brandon is like really cool peeps, and he's he's a very like empathetic person. You know, he's so sweet. He's a lawyer, you know, on the outside, but like when he's really working with his clients, he has such a like big heart, and he really wants to help. So he's coming from that place of a big heart, and I saw that, and I was just like, oh, you an emotional boo boo. You try to act hard,
love
but
it. I
you know
love it.
you're a sweetie pie. So shout out to you, Brandon. Happy birthday, National Brandon Day.
It's National Brandon Day. Yeah. So happy birthday once more, Brandon. We
Enjoy.
truly love you, and we love
We
to be a part of
do.
your team here on Sunup on 7. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your
Yes.
day. You truly deserve it.
Yes, you
And now we
do.
also like go into our beautiful sunrise.
Yes.
It's postcard worthy for sure.
Wow. We know where that's from.
Guess, Miriam?
Maybe Hopkins, maybe PG.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
What?
It's from St. George's Key.
Oh, wow.
I still don't make it at St. George's Key yet, you know?
No?
And
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be
Brandon, you have to
37.
go. It's beautiful.
I gotta make it this year, though.
You will.
I will make it this
Yeah,
year.
manifest, 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 manifest.
Good. So we'll make it to St. George's Key this year.
Yes.
But folks, we thank you so much for your contribution during our couch talk. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you.
Thank you,
of
thank you.
course.
So we're gonna go into our first commercial break. When we're back, we're gonna be discussing about a new app that will help with employment.
Fancy.
Let's
I
take
like
a look at that, you know, right after a commercial break.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Glenfield Dennison was caught trying to charge BTL for negotiations on behalf of former workers.
He insists he never charged the workers group a cent and claims the invoice was only a negotiating tactic.
If the invoice was just a negotiating tactic, why would Dennison ask BTL to pay the legal fees as part of settlement? And if BTL had agreed, who would have received payment? Dennison, of course, because he sent the invoice the day after the last negotiations to be considered with the 4.5% interest requested by BCWJ. What's worse, the cost of legal work submitted is grossly inflated. Those are senior counsel rates, and Dennison is not a senior counsel. As to the tax identification number on the invoice, no such TIN number is registered with GST. So, we must also ask whether he is licensed with the FIU as required. There's also the question of whether as a Crown Counsel Dennison violated the public service rules which state, a judicial and legal officer shall not engage in any private legal work, or private business of a legal nature. It's time for him to stop the games and come clean.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Cherie Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to our Wednesday episode. Miriam and I are very grateful for your company. And of course, we thank you so much for tuning in today to Sunup on 7 to know who our guests and what conversations they bring forward to today's episode. We move on to an exciting conversation because we're now going to talk about Luna Careers, which is an app that's going to help us to, boost employment opportunities. And joining us on our couch to give us some details, we have Jalisa Roberts joining us.
On the other side of the camera.
On the other side of the camera. Jalisa, good morning.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're great. We're very excited about this conversation we're going to have with you. But how are you from an energy level of 1 to 10? 10
On a level of 1 to 10, I admire the work that you do every single day. It's early. And so we're looking forward to having this conversation. It's a really important conversation to have in line of employment. And I'm joined here by the team, the rest of the team. They couldn't be here physically, but they'll be joining us via Zoom. And so let's have a great conversation.
I'll introduce them shortly, but you still never answer my question.
Why?
From 1 to 10, how is that?
8.
8? All right.
You're still a pass.
That is very good, actually.
Yeah.
That's very
still
good.
a pass.
No, that's good. That's good for not being used to being up so early.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I would I would normally ask what's the secret, but I guess the fact that you've been working on the Luna Careers for a while, and it's officially launched on Friday, and now we're here discussing about it, also helps with your energy level boost, no?
It does. It's important. I'm excited that it's out there. I have a full-time job, of course, but there are different projects that I like to do on the side because at the end, my mission is simply to make a difference.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so joining us via Zoom, we have Shalini Saunders, the human resources specialist and lead consultant at Muslan Saunders Consultancy and Services, and Janine Hamilton, digital solutions architect, joining us via Zoom. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
How are you, Janine? What's your energy level today from 1 to 10?
Good morning, and thank you for having us. I think my energy level is normally high in the morning, but it got even higher after I heard that blessing that you guys placed on Brandon for his birthday. You know, I think at the end of the meeting, I need you guys to put one of those blessings on me.
Okay.
We're manifesting all the greatness for you too, Janine, and we're very excited and we're so grateful that you're joining us today. How are you doing, Shalini?
I am doing great, guys. Thank you for asking. And if you'd like my number, naturally, it's at a 9.
I love it.
Today, it's at a 10 because I'm going to be discussing a topic that I'm very passionate about.
All right. So I think you are the great person to start a conversation with. You know, so let's talk about Luna Careers and what was the inspiration behind saying we need to develop this app?
To be honest, this started, and I think like any project, about a year ago, I got some insight about some of the hiring issues within the BPO sector. And as a digital solutions architect, basically what I do is I assess manual and or hybrid process flows, and I create solutions to automate them for efficiency. And I know it sounds very boring, and it probably is. But I immediately thought that, you know what, a lot of these things can be automated. There can be a better way that they would be able to assess viable candidates, and also that would help with the issue that they have with turnover, you know, attrition within the workforce there. However, as I went through and I started discussing it with different individuals, different stakeholders in the workforce, I realized that it's something that is actually needed across the board. And so from there, what went from what was a smaller platform that was supposed to be BPO Launchpad became Luna, which is Learn, Upskill, Nurture, Achieve. That became Luna Careers. And this is where we are today. We're very excited to be putting this up.
You know, I have to say, the fact that Luna is an acronym is absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
I thought that you were just like moon-inspired because you're women coming together to do this. But wow, can you repeat what Luna stands for, please?
It's learn. So, you know, you can learn new skills, upskill. You can upskill from what you know. You nurture your career, your learning journey, and you achieve your goals. And if you notice our logo, the A is prominent because at the end of the day, the goal is for you to achieve.
Love that.
I absolutely love it. Congratulations on this fantastic work. Shalini, let's bring you into the conversation. You're nodding your head and you're smiling, and you told me you're very excited about this new app that you launched. So tell me, like, how do you feel now that this app is launched, and what kind of like difference do you see this app making for the community?
Okay, thank you for that question, Kevin. The truth is I'm most excited about this app because it's going to be a solution to an existing issue currently in the HR field, right? One report from SHRM says that almost 70% of organizations, they report difficulty filling roles recently, right? And so that's a true problem. It's a global issue.
Right.
You guys may be aware that we experience a lot of brain drain. That is true to our education industry. It is true to the medical industry. We're truly experiencing a brain drain in different industries, and that's impacting recruitment. And so this solution is intended to help us in that regard. One of the other solution, one of the other issues that this solves is that it will help us with making sure that job seekers get what they desire. So they're looking for a job, and they want to be able to be placed where their skills are most needed. And from the flip side, the employer side, they want to be able to have that confidence that when Kevin says that he knows to do whatever, whether it's answering the phone, whether it's something more advanced like being able to conduct interviews, that he actually knows to do that skill, right? And so this platform intends to be able to confirm that both for the job seekers. So it's a win-win type of solution, both for job seekers and employers.
Wow, thank you so much for that.
Thank you for that. And it's really amazing what you ladies have done. So kudos to you again, because I love this idea of this app. So Jaliza, I want to bring you back to the conversation. Kind of walk us through exactly what a person would be doing or experiencing when they download the app. Where can they get the app? What do they need to do next? What are the next steps in order for the app to work for them in the best way possible?
All right, so before the show started, we had a conversation about what employment has looked like over the years, what it's been like to get employed. 5 to 10 years ago, you probably went on a newspaper to look for vacancies. So what this will provide is that the vacancies will be readily available at your fingertips. And so all you would need to do is that you create a personal account as an individual, but we're also calling on businesses to contact us to create their profile as well on our website. Of course, it's free of cost. And so we want to get you set up so that you can post your vacancies there, your trainings, whatever you may have, you can post it there as well. And I think it's about time that as a people, we get used to these professional certifications. On a personal level, when I started journalism, I didn't have any background and I had to force myself to get these professional certifications so that you can show that, yes, I can do it and I am doing it, but I'm trying to work to make myself better at what I'm doing. You can't lose when you have a skill. You really can't lose when you take advantage of different skills. And so that's what we're really trying to do, is create a platform where we can connect the employer to the employee. And also you build yourself as an individual, you build your resume. It's similar to, the idea of having a LinkedIn where persons can see that, but it's different in the way that you can get access to these certifications as well. Okay. And so for anyone, they would need to visit Luna Careers. We have the website up. I believe we have footage of that.
Okay.
And so we have the website up already. Let me pull that up on my end. So it's lunacareers.com. Once you go there, you'll be able to see the platform. They have the Explore courses, Explore vacancies. You can log in, get started for free. And so we encourage everyone to create an account, whether you're an employer, you're an employee, even if you have a job, you can't lose when you're gaining skill. And I think it's time that we change this concept that I have a job and I'm content with my job, and so I'm okay, I'm doing well. You're always supposed to want to grow as an individual.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, thank you for that. That was very
I love it.
Detailed so that people understand how the app is going to work. But also specifically, I like the idea of an app because it is relating to the young people. Like everything now, I mean, all of us know we're on our phones like all the time. Everything is, it's centralized in an app. So this kind of, I think, relates to them and where they are like, oh, I can just go to the Luna Careers app, make sure I upload my resume, make sure my profile is prepared there so that people can see what I am, basically looking for. So on the app, can people do that? Like, on LinkedIn, like you can say looking for a job or looking for a person. The employers can do that, but can the person, after they set their profile, they can basically be saying, this is exactly what I'm looking for, or they just are contacting the employer individually to get the job. You see what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a platform that's extremely user-friendly. So you will be able to do that. When you have your skill set out there, you'll be able to get access to these different things. But something that is also important is to look at vacancies. Right now, we go on social media, we go on Facebook and we scroll and we doom scroll and hope that we come across something that fits us. But if you have everything at one centralized location,
very true,
it solves the problem and it gets rid of the fluff. Because the truth is, when you're scrolling you eventually get distracted and you forget that you were looking for a job. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me sometimes that I need to go and look for something. I end up on Facebook and I'm like, never mind, what was I doing again? And so I think having it at one centralized location, it solves that problem.
Okay.
And so we are encouraging everyone to apply. Even you guys, you might be employed. I'm sure you enjoy it, but apply.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you know, like it feeds.
Can I
Yes, go ahead,
interject
Janine.
just a bit?
Sure.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. I think that Jaleesa did a very good job at explaining what Luna provides and what it is essentially. I'd just like to hone in a little bit on the different features that we have in place that are beneficial to employers, and I guess some of the reasoning behind some of them. So, for example, I noticed that you mentioned someone would be able to come on, upload their resumes, would they be able to reach out to employers and so on. The way that the system works, it's like a filter per se for employers. What I think what is experienced a lot, and I realized that job seekers are frustrated, employers are frustrated, right? And they're kind of frustrating each other simply because of skills mismatch, not being able to properly assess people for roles, and I also think just not having a very dynamic workplace or workforce scenarios. So one of the things about Luna is that you have a professional profile. This is your digital professional footprint. You come on Luna, and I believe there's footage there of the professional profile. One of the things that I really tried to do was minimize the amount of information that a recruiter or a HR personnel who's going through resumes would need to go through and get to the meat of what they actually need to see. And again, it's a system designed for efficiency. Our workforce is the backbone of our economy, right? Our country's economy. And so if we are able to employ effectively, accurately, and quickly, then we have a quicker turnaround as well. So, for example, there's an about me part. You add your profile picture, you add your contact information. There's an about me part that you may notice is only about 2 lines, right? Because we want to keep it very concise, because what normally happens is that someone would go using AI and create a long paragraph that is absolutely not necessary, but in 2 lines you can talk about yourself. And what we added to that was a feature where you can upload your introduction video. When you're sending a resume to a recruiter or to HR, they are only able to see static information on a piece of paper, and from that they're trying to make an informed decision on if you would be right for the role. What Luna does is reverse the process so that HR recruiters, they can spend less time filtering through candidates that may not match what is needed. And they can get directly to the ones who do. So you have like a 30 to 60 second introduction of yourself. From that, they would be able to garner, how you present.
Oh, it's muted.
What type of personality you may have, right? And as it goes down on the profile, you add your professional experience, which we also verify. So once you add your experiences, we verify it, and there's a verified badge there, so that an employer would already know that, okay, this information is verified. I do not need to, go through this process again. There's also where you add your police record, and if you're, and I think this is like one of the good things about the platform, because there are so many different areas, right, when it comes to the workforce that has to do with job seekers, recruiting, upskilling, but it's always been siloed. They're all acting, in their own little area and not really connecting. This now connects it, and within this, we're able to create micro tools, kind of like the ability to apply for your police record directly from the platform. Yeah, we're able to now create micro tools for these auxiliary services that you also need in place, right? So there's also the assessments. There's pre-screening assessments that you can go and you can take, so that when you apply to a job, the employer would already see, exactly how you perform. So if you're somebody who's very ambitious, you would go and you would just go on your own and take the assessments. However, as an employer,
Jenny,
when you add a vacancy,
Jenny,
I'm sorry.
I have to interject at this moment because we're running out of time.
I'm
For the
so sorry.
conversation. No, that's okay. That's okay. What I have to say is that when I'm really impressed at the energy, the effort, and the thought process that has gone into this Luna Careers app. Definitely being able to facilitate the employment process for employers to be able to, find somebody that's suitable for the position they're looking for is absolutely brilliant. Somebody that has PTSD going to newspapers, finding an ad. The fact that this is so user-friendly for both the employer and the person seeking a job is absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to you, to you and your team. We look forward to what's going to happen next with the app, because definitely it's going to be a 2.0 and a 3.0 getting developed from this.
Yes,
so
definitely.
as we wrap up, I want to ask Shalini, please extend an invitation to anybody that's tuned in that is going through in a process of employment, or what Jalisa said, in a process of personal growth, professional growth. Send them the invitation to come and check out the app and make the best use of it. Shalini, please go ahead.
So sure. Thank you so much, Kevin. So I wanted to wrap up with 2 points, right? Jalissa mentioned a very important point about skills-based hiring, right? The standard right now in Belize is that you have to have this degree, and the degree is what speaks for itself. From my personal experience, I know that is far from the truth. It's not the most effective way. There's so many, we have so much talent in Belize, and there's so many persons that are able to do the job. They have the skills that's required, but they don't have the formal degree. And I've watched that be a limitation for people so many times. And so this app will allow you to skill up. And as Julissa said, you'll be able to evolve. And that's what I invite any user to do once you log on to Luna, because that is most important, that you keep yourself current, that you keep yourself valid, right? Complacency, we don't have room for that. You should always want to achieve the best version of yourself, right? And so I encourage users to log on, both employers and job seekers. This is really a revolution in recruitment for Belize.
Very good. We thank you so much for this conversation. What a great way to start the day. It's absolutely fascinating. I love great work that is going to be transforming our Belizean space. I do have an invitation for you for our next conversation is how can we help, persons are going to be uploading their resumes to this platform, and how can they sell themselves? I think that's a great opportunity on how can you...
There are a lot of conversations we can start from something like this, I guess that a lot of persons are graduating. We have a lot of graduates, and so it's important for them to know how to get a job, how do you sell yourself.
So there we go. You have invitations coming up. So we'll see you again in our couch. Yeah.
Okay.
So folks, with that, we're going to go into our next commercial break. When we're back, we have YWCA joining us, and they have their 7th anniversary coming up. So we're going to know how they're going to celebrate this time. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Glenfield Dennison was caught trying to charge BTL for negotiations on behalf of former workers.
He insists he never charged the workers group a cent and claims the invoice was only a negotiating tactic.
If the invoice was just a negotiating tactic, why would Dennison ask BTL to pay the legal fees as part of settlement? And if BTL had agreed, who would have received payment? Dennison, of course, because he sent the invoice the day after the last negotiations to be considered with the 4.5% interest requested by BCWJ. What's worse, the cost of legal work submitted is grossly inflated. Those are senior counsel rates, and Dennison is not a senior counsel. As to the tax identification number on the invoice, no such TIN number is registered with GST. So, we must also ask whether he is licensed with the FIU as required. There's also the question of whether as a Crown Counsel Dennison violated the public service rules which state a judicial and legal officer shall not engage in any private legal work or private business of a legal nature. It's time for him to stop the games and come clean.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Cherie Halsell, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Advert.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Hump Day episode. Once more, thank you so much for welcoming Miriam Man into your space and our guests that come through today's episode. We move on to an exciting next conversation because the YWCA is celebrating their 70th anniversary this year on March 17th. And of course, it has to go with a big celebration. And joining us today on our couch to give us all those details and how can you participate, we're joined by board members, Ms. Bernadette Ellis and Deannie Lang joining us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Let's do an individual check-in. Ms. Bernadette, how are you feeling today about the 70th anniversary?
I'm excited. I am sharing with as much family and friends at home and abroad the impact of Y over the last 70 years. So we're looking forward to all our events And of course, we're a Christian organization, so starting off with our church service this
All
coming
right.
Sunday on the
Wow.
15th.
Mm.
You're all invited. Everybody out there is invited. It's going to be at Wesley Church on Albert Street, right up the street. And you're welcome to join us.
Thank
all
you.
right,
I
for
can-
awesome service.
I can tell you're excited because you like did not wait any longer. You're like, let's talk about this, right? Which I absolutely love, you know. So we know that there's going to be a church service on Sunday coming
Yes.
up as you start your celebration of the 70th anniversary. We're going to get more details in a bit, but let's also check in with Diani. You know, how do you feel about this 70th anniversary of the Y?
Honestly, I feel honored to be on the board for this major milestone. Not too long ago, I was elected on the board. So I feel like I'm always coming on board in certain areas of my life when there's a milestone moment. Not too long ago, I was for the Queen of the Bay 80th. So now I'm here for the YWCA 70th. And, you know, being a product of the Y, I went to the preschool. And not too long ago, I hosted the Miss Y pageant. So now being here and celebrating, it's truly an honor.
Wow, it's absolutely beautiful to see, you know, like your growth within the Y, you know, and the fact that you were celebrating 70 years and you're saying, I went to the preschool and I hosted this and I hosted that, you know, like it's so beautiful to see, you know, how you're still contributing to it and still a part of that, of the organization. So congratulations, you know, and on a side note, I absolutely love your blue nails.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, like it's so flashy, you know, like it's just like, wow. You
The
know, like,
YWCA blue.
yes, it captures my attention. I love it. I love it. So, all right, Miriam, let's get on to find out more details
you
about
ladies
it.
look lovely. I just have to say, fashionable fashionistas here on the
Thank
couch this
you.
morning representing the Y. So the Y is a place that is so dear to my heart. You know, I graduated from the Y academic program, and
Wow.
it has been such, you didn't know that.
I did not know that. I love it. Yes.
And my grandmother was a staple at the Y. She used to teach knitting and crocheting.
Oh my
Miss
goodness.
Barnett.
Yes.
So as a child, I was always going to the Y, and I saw it as a staple in the community to help empower, you know, and always giving service. And I think for me, what stands out is that the Y always has programs available to anyone to help build you know, their self-esteem and to help build our young people up. So we're going to get into the details, especially for the upcoming events in celebrating the Y. But maybe you can talk about a little bit about you know, how important the Y is for the community and what the Y is doing, because, you know, maybe some people are like, oh, that the Y, it's always going to be there. You just go there, you know, and, you know, there's always something to do. But it's deeper than that. It's more important than that. So maybe both of you can talk about your take on that.
Sure. Well, like we said, Y is celebrating 70 years of giving
70
back to
years.
our community.
Yeah.
And I will touch on one that is dear to me, and that's what roped me in
All right.
actually
I
to
am
Y,
curious
right?
now. Tell me.
And it's the HELP program, helping early leavers program.
Yeah.
And that program we have had so much success with. And so it's something that I would like to see continue at Y, and I would want to be a part of. What that program is for those young women that have fallen out of the school system, and we prepare them to get back into high school.
Beautiful.
And so we have had, I went to a Miss Y pageant, and then two of the ladies that was issuing the bouquets and sashing the queens, they read their profile. And one had her own business, one had her master's degree, and one had her doctorate degree. And I was like, wow, this is a product of Y. And like Dee said that she went through the preschool. I know girls that have their masters right now have gone through the preschool, are making their name for themselves, and they have benefit from the song programs that we have. We also have the seniors program. This is where the seniors get to be very active every week and feel like they are valuable. You know, it's such a, you know, you have seniors at home that they don't do much and those kind of things. And why let them feel that sense of love and belonging?
Yes.
And so, you know, those, I mean, just highlighting two of the program, but maybe Dee can share a little bit about the preschool and daycare. We have a daycare center.
And you know, you spoke about love, and that kind of ties right into our theme this year, which is legacy of love, service, and community igniting a next generation. And speaking of a next generation, the YWCA, yes, it's a young woman Christian association, but we really and truly look at the community holistically. So as young as children go into daycare, when mommy and daddy has to go to work, and then they move on to the preschool. And even though, you go to primary school and high school, there is still the skills program that young girls and young men can learn different skills. There's the pool, there's summer programs where they learn how to swim, they learn a little skill or two. Maybe they might learn how to bake over the summer before they go back to school. So the YWCA, we don't just look at things through a tunnel vision lens. We look at everything around us. How can young women, even young men, go back home and provide for their family? How can they help their families to be sustainable? How can they, if they can't go out into the workforce and get a job, how can they make something of their own? And like Miss B mentioned, the YWCA has produced so many wonderful people over the years. Pre-COVID, we were impacting over 2,000 people annually. And even though COVID happened and there's this new normal, things kind of declined, we are still impacting almost 1,200 people annually at the YWCA.
Wow, you've both done an excellent job in allowing us to see, how does the YWCA is part of our community fabric.
Yeah, it's a part of the Belize ecosystem.
Definitely.
I mean, some people might think it's only in the city, but we also have a branch in Belmopan as well.
I'm aware. Yeah, thank
And
you very much.
just to add, as I said, we look at our society and the needs. So we do have modern programs. For example, we hosted a driving lesson for women, and then we're doing nails and makeup and stuff like that. So we know that we look at the trend as well, and we try to, incorporate that in what we offer to the public. And in addition to that, it's affordable. And one of the ones that I spoke about, the pool. Our pool is beautiful. We went there the other day, and I just wanted to jump in there. So blue and pretty. It looks like the sea, right? But we offer swimming programs, and I know adults who have said, "I learned to swim in 3-4 weeks."
Yes.
And so you have the summer program, but you also have offers where if you want to learn to swim, you can go ahead and book private lessons or whatever. So, and we also have the schools that come in and do their swimming program.
Yes, they do.
We are trying definitely to market it a little bit better. So we have more schools coming in and more attraction.
Yeah.
If you want a little pool party, call the office, book, and you have, so, there's
we
a lot.
offer a lot at the YWCA.
Definitely. That was what I'm noticing. And if people are interested in, finding out more services, they can readily go to your social media platforms to know what services you have available and how they can connect the benefit from the Y.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 70th anniversary event. This is a huge milestone.
Yes, it is.
So, Diani, let's talk about what are some of the
events
that are coming up soon that people can look out for.
Okay, so Miss B was super excited to share about the service of Thanksgiving because, of course, we have to thank God for allowing us to have this institution for 7 decades. That's remarkable.
I agree.
And following that, the anniversary date is March 17th. That's the Tuesday. And there will be an open day, literally I think it's from 7:30 to 3 o'clock. There's going to be a breakfast special. So before you go to work, grab your hot Johnny cake. And then you can maybe stop by the booth, Steve Chance, before you go to work. And it goes on. There will be a lunch special as well. So if you love escabeche, order escabeche. I heard the orders are filling in really fast for that.
I love it.
And it goes on to 3 o'clock, and you can visit several booths. And I think we are excited too for this one. You talk about our fashion. Well, if you want an opportunity to dress up, I think even more than this, get your pearls and your bows for the tea party next week, Saturday, March 21st at the Belize Biltmore Plaza. It's an opportunity to network with so many people of the Y, people who are products of the Y. And there will be fabulous raffle prizes, silent action, lovely entertainment, and a fascinator competition. So dress to the nines, hollow alley, clothes where you think you never may wear before, get your pearls, like the shoes, The
I love it.
YWCA is celebrating 70
Yeah.
pigs.
Can you give
Just
us?
make sure your shoes not Lego pan your window.
Yeah.
Have your crazy
Happy
glue in your
dance
bag.
ready.
I just wanted to add when Guy talked about if you want to dress for the open day, we will have a little boutique or what you would call it or sale. So we're gonna have where you
A
can
little flea market
Yes,
sale.
that's
Flea
the
market.
correct.
Okay.
Sorry, a little flea market, so you could get your little stuff as well on the birthday, and then of course we'll have a little program to celebrate our 70th. So we're looking forward, of course,
For
our-
everyone to come and celebrate the
Yes.
Y with us.
the tea party. It's $100 contribution. We use the word contribution because you will be getting a lot for the $100, but also what that does is continue to carry out our programs.
Yes.
And so the reason, and of course, we usually have it at the Y. We moved over to Biltmore, which is a little bit more expensive.
Accommodating.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
But we're trying to raise funds for the entire year. So from this anniversary to the next anniversary, so that we can, yes, enhance our programs, make sure that it's sustainable, but also see how we can better, enhance our facilities so that we can be more accommodating to more people.
Yes,
I
definitely.
agree. So we thank you so much, Ms. Bernadette and Diane, for joining us today on Sunup on 7. We want to give us all these great details as how the YWCA is celebrating their
And
70th
if you want more
anniversary.
details about the Y, we brought our YWCA book. So if you want to know about the history of the
I did not
Y, maybe
know
you want to
such-
become a member, Kevin, or your friends want to be a member of the YWCA.
Yes, and men can be members
Yes,
in
of the Y.
supporting the work of
notice.
the
That's
Y.
really good to
You
know.
learn about the organization by purchasing a book, and then you come on over and you'll be a part of the
Very
Y.
good.
It's only $25.
Very good.
And
Thank you
where
for letting
can
me know.
viewers find a book?
You can get it at the YWCA office.
Okay,
Very well.
Perfect.
So I did not know YWCA had a book
Yes.
and that
Yes.
men can be part of your organization too.
Yeah,
So
and we also
that's good to
have,
know.
if you'd like to purchase, you want it easy, like she said, for breakfast, it's only $5 for the breakfast, but it's YWCA's signature Johnny cake, and we sell those
It's really good.
It's
at
really
the
good.
supermarket, so and at the office. So if you like your ready mix Johnny cake, you can.
I did not.
We're
know this.
everywhere, you
Wow,
know,
look at
everywhere.
this. I'm learning so many things about the Y today. So thank you so much. Wow, look at this win-win conversation. So as we wrap up, I'm gonna ask you, Ms. Bernadette, if you can kindly, take some time to share to everybody that has been through the Y. A member, somebody has benefited from your programs, or somebody's just thinking, I would like to connect with the Y. I'm giving you an opportunity for you to wrap up this conversation.
Well, I usually speak of this beautiful lady. She's Sister Carlette. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her. She attends St. Martin's Church. She's in the choir there, but she belongs to the religious sisters from the Charity of Nazareth. She's a product of YWCA. And right now, what we're asking is all those persons that have been through the Y, if they can share their story with us.
Oh.
Since you've been there,
Yes.
good opportunity for us to ask if you can share your story with us so that we can put together something nice of all those
I love it.
success stories through the Y so that we can share with our donors or volunteers and the world what Y have been doing here in Belize.
I love it.
So that's one of another big project throughout this year that we're putting together so that people know because we have sponsors, there's diaspora around the world, and so we want them to know what we're doing and where we are today.
Yeah,
Very
and that
well.
they're still welcome to the Y, because the Y always, to me, felt like home. So I
Definitely.
feel like, you have an open invitation. If you've ever been to the Y or been through the Y or through the programs, you're welcome to come back and support in any way possible or just be involved in the activities. So thank you so much,
Definitely.
ladies.
And you have
This was
different,
lovely.
yes, you have different ways. Some people say, well, I don't want to be a member because I don't have the time. You can be a contributing member, which means you will pay your dues for the year and that you will help us again with the program. So you decide if you want to participate in the different events and activities. If you don't have the time, that's fine, but you can also be a contributing member, which helps us along.
Our gates are open to everyone.
Yeah, and check out the open day. You can ask all these questions and see how you can get involved
at the,
into,
at the open day, we should have things, a little health check.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
You can check your pressure, different, your sugar and those kind of things we're gonna have on site, for people to get that opportunity.
So follow us on social media and come on out to support the YF7.
Very good, very good. So congratulations once more for that, and we look forward to the events, we look forward to the photos, and to how the Y continues to celebrate the excellence that you're doing in the community.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Folks,
you very
with that,
much.
we go into our next commercial break. When we come back, it's time for us to talk about Reef Week. Let's talk about more exciting things coming up. Stay tuned for that conversation.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Adore Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids, and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Hola, soy el Dr. Rosado, pediatra. Hoy quiero hablar con los padres sobre rotavirus y cómo podemos proteger a nuestros hijos. El rotavirus es un virus que causa diarrea severa y vómitos, especialmente en niños pequeños. Esto puede provocar deshidratación grave y requerir hasta hospitalización si no se trata a tiempo. La buena noticia es que diarrea por rotavirus se puede prevenir con vacunas. La vacuna es segura, efectiva y ahora está disponible en su centro de salud más cercana. Se administra en gotas por vía oral a los 2, 4 y 6 meses de edad. Proteja a su hijo contra la diarrea severa. Visite su clínica más cercana.
Muy buenos días, Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. We continue with the great energy on this episode because now we're going to be talking about Reef Week. It's been going on for about 15 years, and today we're going to find out what the theme, the importance of it, and there's really amazing events that we want you to stay tuned to and participate. And joining us on our couch to give us those details, we're joined by the fabulous Desiree Arzu, Communications Coordinator at Wildlife Conservation Society. How are you, Ms. Des?
I'm pretty good. Always good to be here with you, Kevin and Miriam. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
A lot of energy you talk about. You bring the same energy.
Yes. So we're at a great level. I absolutely love it. And we also joined by Chelsea Anthony. Chelsea, you're the Communications Officer at the Belize Fund.
Yes.
Also, such a pleasure to have this conversation with you once more. How do you feel about Reef Week? Let me ask you that.
Very, very excited.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that the reef is only for those who go out there, right? But it's our identity as Belizeans. It's what makes us who we are. And so every single body have to celebrate the reef.
My gosh, that's a great answer. You know, I absolutely love that. So it really it hits, and I hope that everybody is able to connect with your response and see the value of the reef. You know, it's your identity, as you mentioned. Whenever people go abroad and they brag about Belize, the reef is one of the first things that they talk about, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what Chelsea said goes in line with exactly what the theme is saying, which is for we reef, for we roots, connecting communities, empowering youth. So it's something that we connect with. It's something that is cultural to us. It's not something only that people enjoy. It's also for livelihoods. It's our economy. So that's the idea we want people to go with for this Reef Week, and the idea of connecting communities, because even though we might think that the reef is only for those, like Chelsea said, for those who use it on the marine side, those who live on land should also do their part to protect it, because as we always know, and this has been my anthem, whatever happens on land can affect what happens in the sea. So it's connecting communities, the marine and the terrestrial communities, and also looking at how we involve and empower the young people. Because I don't believe that they are the future, I believe they are the present. So involving them now. You guys, you're still young. According to United Nations, I think it's 35. Up to 35. You are still young, and you have so much to contribute to helping spread the word. Because, and I also believe, sorry for ranting, but I honestly think that working with young people, I love working with students. They're easier to give the message to, they're more receptive to that message, and they're more willing to participate than adults who are already set in their ways.
That is so true. And they see things from a different lens, right? And they're like, I would like to continue benefiting from the reef. So it's like, what can I do now? So they come with like creative career ideas and everything that they can see. We want to help to conserve and preserve the reef for like a longer time. I also feel like it's very important to mention the health benefits of the reef, right? Just simply going out to like see the blue and, you know, like breathe the salt air is so beneficial in so many ways. So like free therapy, if we can say.
Especially now that we're in the fire season. Don't start to hear about fire they happen and all that smoke that people inhale. You know, you go up on the sea and you're breathing something fresh. Feel better.
Wow, we are so blessed.
Yes, we are.
So blessed.
We are.
So we see on the screen there, Kevin, a list of activities that will be happening for Reef Week. So maybe you ladies want to highlight a few of them for us. We know we have the fair coming up, the Reef Fair, the Reef Run. Maybe you want to talk about that?
Sure. So the Reef Fair is on Friday, starting at 9 out at the Memorial Park. And so we are inviting those who can to come out and visit. And then we have the Reef Run on Saturday that WWF and Healthy Reef, they're leading with some other partners as well. And that starts at 6 out at the Memorial just as well. But we also have a lot of online activities that various, you see a lot of those logos down there. It's all participating organizations in Reef Week.
Wow.
So every year it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Right? So Belize Fun and Pack, we are co-hosting or rolling out a scavenger hunt, protected areas for young people to be a part of. So we're talking about standards 4, 5, and 6, and first and second farm. And we have prize for every single one of them in class.
Okay.
So first, second, and third. So, and for participating schools, which schools send the most submissions. So everybody could win something, right?
Okay,
I
so
should say there's a lot for somebody to win.
Yeah, where can persons find details to participate in this activity that you're saying?
They can visit BelizeFund.bz, or for everything Reef Week related, visit the Facebook page and Instagram pages at reefweek.bz.
Reef Week Belize.
Reef Week Belize. All right, so they can find the trivia, the scavenger hunt that you're mentioning.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about, Ms. Des, let's talk about what's taking place at the Reef Fair. Like, give us some more details about what
So that's the big event that sort of wraps up the week. Even though Saturday there are organizations that still have activities, the big event that we have every year that basically has all the Reef Week committee members participating, and also we invite some artisans who might be doing some local stuff that are sustainable, I would say, like such as the lionfish jewelry and so forth, to be there. And then we invite schools to come out and see what our organizations are doing to protect the reef. So this is a big event, and we invite the public as well, because it's going to be this year at the Memorial Park. It's basically in areas where you can maybe walk, maybe drive, and just visit the booths and talk to individuals, talk to us. Ask us, what are we doing? What are we doing to protect the reef? For example, the WCS, we do reef monitoring. So we go and see how the corals are doing, how the lobsters are doing, how the Nassau groupers are doing right now. We're in the closed season for Nassau groupers. We do SPAGs every year, which is spawning aggregations monitoring. So that's an opportunity for everyone. The young, the one that we think they're still young, and the old.
I love it. So the Reef Fair is taking place at Memorial Park.
Memorial
Can
Park.
you share the time when it's getting started?
Yes, 9 until 3 or 2? 9 until 3, yes. So.
Very good. All right, great opportunity for them to know which organizations are present. You know, there's a list as we saw.
Right? Over 30 organizations.
Over 30 organizations.
Part of the committee.
That's so beautiful to see. There's so many organizations looking after the well-being of the reef.
Yes.
That is so good.
And the week, Kevin, as you can see, is jam-packed. But after Reef Week, I always like to ask, you know, after Reef Week and all the adrenaline has relaxed, and hopefully you ladies will get some rest, what is the work that continues, or what is the work that the public can continue to do to help support it? Because we are blessed in this country to have a reef. It is a part of our health, our environment, the ecosystem, everything. We need it. And we need the reef to be healthy in order for us to be healthy. So how can we, or people, continue to help to continue the work that you all are doing in regards to the reef?
I think for me, I'd like to highlight two things, which is maybe simple, but our garbage, our trash, how we dispose of it properly. And we may just think, you know, it's in my yard, it's in my school compound, but the breeze takes it to the sea, right? And so we want to ensure that we just pay attention. Exactly.
Yes, that's true. They don't know food from plastic.
And for those who do go out, don't touch the marine life, don't touch the corals.
And I want to add one simple thing that you can do to help protect the reef: reusable bottles. So you see, wanna just get on a nicely bottle from the fun. Make sure you use it and don't be using the plastic. Try to get rid of those plastics. I know it's difficult. We can't say completely stop use plastics, but try to reuse it at least, you know, reuse it.
That's absolutely. You know, like one of the partners that comes in to talk about conservation, Sea of Life, they recently did a trash blitz where they shared, you know, like data coming up with the amount of pollution. It's a lot. So this is definitely a great way of how individually we can do something to
Definitely.
I know people might say, but I can't help it, you know, but you can in some aspect, in some small way. We're not asking you to stop use it completely. That's highly impossible, right? But at least consider using something else. Or if you're using it, reuse it.
And or dispose of it in a proper way so that it doesn't get...
I know there was something that you wanted to talk about, which was the logo competition for women in fisheries.
So WCS has, I think it expired yesterday, but not quote me on that. Either yesterday or today. But anyway, we've been getting some really good submissions for our women in fisheries. We just had the formation of the Belize National Women in Fisheries Association a couple years ago.
Like 2 years
and so they're looking for a new logo. And so we have this competition going on, asking people to, you know, send in their logos, their designs, and it should be, you know, black background, white background, the usual thing, the colored. And then we're going to have a selection committee look at all the criteria that we put out and select the best one. I must tell you, it's going to be a hard job for the judges because we've gotten some really good submissions. If I'm I'm gonna stay away from that judging. I'm gonna let somebody else take the flak for that. So we have an ad running on social media that invited people. So I believe it's today is the deadline. And then we should have the announcement of the winner on Friday during the Reef Fair.
I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, like what the logo is going to look like. All right, as you start winding down this conversation, Chelsea, is there any message that you would like to, that we missed about Reef Week that you feel is important to highlight?
Everybody, please find out. I know I've interacted with so many persons who don't even know what a manatee is. Right? As simple as that.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So we need to teach, share, talk about small things, big things, all reef related, because like I mentioned, it's in our identity. The ocean space, the reef, it's not any one person or country, it's our shared heritage. You know, if you get one gift for you like, you want to put it up, you want to take care of it, you're not lending it out to anybody. And that just like that, we want to treat it.
Maybe I will lend it to Miriam. Maybe I would lend my gift to Miriam.
Lend but no give.
Oh, you want to lend? And you, Mr. Anything final words you want to say to the people?
I echo the sentiments that Chelsea just made. Do something, do your part. If it means going to learn, there are so many avenues you can learn. Social media is there. AI is there. I mean, so many ways you can learn. These organizations, our organizations, we have social media pages where we have web pages where you can go on and click and learn any and everything about Belize and what's going on in the work that we're doing and how you can be a part of the process of conservation and saving wildlife and wild places. So that would be my my final message to learn. Every day you need to learn. Keep learning. Don't ever stop.
Yes.
If I can add, I would encourage especially young persons to volunteer. That's a great way to learn, and that's a great way to contribute, and that's a great way to find yourself within this space. I started volunteering in marine conservation. I was 10, doing mangrove conservation, and then I volunteered at ERI for like 3-4 years doing marine research in 2010 to 2014, and that just
opened your eyes,
opened my eyes to be there and see what's taking place. Just be amazed by what we're blessed with, but definitely whenever I tell the story, I am like, I was a part of that, or I contributed to that. That's such a great feeling to have and to brag about. So go out there, find an organization near you, volunteer, get to know yourself better, and of course do your part to keep Belize Reef healthy. Such a great conversation.
Thank you.
You can tell why I love the Reef so much, right? But, such a pleasure having this conversation.
Thank you guys for having us.
Have a fun time. We will. We're gonna see you at the Reef Run, hopefully giving out water or something. I don't know.
We'll see. Actually, I went the last time and we walked.
Okay.
So it's a Reef Run walk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's important too for those who don't want to run.
They can walk.
And even though they could not subscribe, they can still show up.
They can still show up. Might not get a shirt, but
that's okay. But it's in the spirit, right?
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. This was such a beautiful conversation.
Yes.
Kevin.
Thank you, guys.
We encourage everyone to participate in Reef Week. Come out, support. There's a Reef Run. There's a Reef Fair. You can also participate in the scavenger hunt that they have online. Let's participate. You all, the Reef is a part of our overall health of the country, so we all have to give back to the Reef.
Yes.
Thanks for the gifts.
Yes, and thank you, ladies, for the gifts. So we're going to take a commercial break now. When we come back, Kevin and I will have another dynamic conversation for you, so stay tuned.
Yes.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sherry Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Advert.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology. It's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Hola, soy el Dr. Rosado, pediatra. Hoy quiero hablar con los padres sobre rotavirus y cómo podemos proteger a nuestros hijos. El rotavirus es un virus que causa diarrea severa y vómitos, especialmente en niños pequeños. Esto puede provocar deshidratación grave y requerir hasta hospitalización si no se trata a tiempo. La buena noticia es que diarrea por rotavirus se puede prevenir con vacunas. La vacuna es segura, efectiva y ahora está disponible en su centro de salud más cercana. Se administra en gotas por vía oral a los 2, 4 y 6 meses de edad. Proteja a su hijo contra la diarrea severa. Visite su clínica más cercana.
Good morning, my beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. I truly hope that you have enjoyed the company of Miriam and I on today's episode and all our guests that have come through today to share some exciting news that they're doing for the community. And of course, we cannot end the segment without one last exciting conversation. And joining us on our couch, we have Aizali Lizama, the founder of Wings of Mine. So Aizali has an amazing event that she would like to share with us today.
Yes.
And she would, of course, like your support. Before we get into that, Aizali, let's talk about, Wings of Mine. It's the first time Miriam is meeting you.
Yes, and hearing about it. So please tell me about this beautiful Wings of Mine fundraising event that's coming, but also Wings of Mine Foundation that you have as well.
So we're talking about Wings of Mine. We are talking about wings, butterflies, transition, and new. And so Wings of Mine, what we do, we are a group of people that advocate and support mothers and fathers that suffer trauma, physical, emotional trauma, on the loss of a child, an unborn child. That's basically what we do, and we try to help, offer counseling, help with burials and so forth like that. You know, losing a child is not an easy task, and it's a transformation into a different light because you see life different after that happens to you, and you're left with the drama, and you need that support and you need that mental health. Mental health is very important. I always say if you're not sane in the brain, you cannot function probably. So this year is our fundraiser, Wings of Mind fundraiser. It's butterfly fundraiser, and it will be held at Ambassador Terrace there on Foreshore.
Okay.
Yes, not too far from here, close to the niche.
Very well. Okay, so like it's happening at Ambassador Terrace on April 12th. Yeah. Okay, so give us some more details about the event. Like, what is it going to be like?
What can people expect?
So this is not our first tea party.
Oh,
If
it's
you've
a
ever
tea
been to
party,
our last tea party, it was, but this year the team is just like, I was on a call this morning, last night, and they were like adding other stuff. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So we also connected with other organizations and the Belize diasporans. They're flying down for our event.
I love
and we
it.
are having a male fashion show. Have you ever been to a tea party with a male fashion show?
Never.
No.
Only at Wings of Mind. We're also going to have, you know, basically tea party. It's we're going to have tea, iced tea. We're going to have la vaza. Coffee is going to be there. Musician, DJ. It's going to be a time you don't want to forget. It's going to be an experience.
I love it. I love it.
It's going to be, and we want it to be something like that. So when you leave, it's going to be a memory you will never, ever forget.
Okay, so tea party. Look at, like, wait, first of all, look at the flyer. It's lovely.
Yeah.
So we love a tea party. I love a tea party. It gives off that kind of like Bridgerton feel, you know.
It does.
We love the
It
tea
does.
parties. So you're expecting people to dress for tea?
Of course, this is a time for you to come out, dress your best, look all cutesy. You know, we're going to have hot contests. There's never a good tea party without hot contests, right? Courtesy contests, and we have other more different things. That is just the icing I'm telling you guys about. We are having different things. It's a surprise, so you just have to attend, and then you'll see what we have in store for
Definitely,
you
I have
guys.
to say, it's a proper teaser for people to come and
It
support
surely
Wings of Mind. You know, like the contribution you make to society, especially to the lives of persons that have lost a child, is, you know, like you mentioned, it's something hard to deal with.
It
you know,
is.
and emotional support and mental health support is very key in assisting people with that transition. And, you know, like we've had this conversation with you a couple of times. I remember when you first introduced Wings of Mind on Sunup on 7. And it's so good to see more people connecting with you, being part of your support system and supporting other persons. So it's beautiful to witness. And I hope people are able to connect and come out and support your fundraiser.
And that same month, remember, it's Good Deeds. I'm an ambassador of Good Deeds. So we're going to do Good Deeds that week. We have my cousin Ishelle Curry. We have Nicole Kane coming down from Miami. So it's a whole collective of us. It's a team. And we are just looking forward for all the attendees to support us. And we are very grateful and appreciate for you guys.
All right. So, of course, we got to encourage our persons to buy tickets. So, what did the ticket cost and how can they purchase
The ticket this year is $75. You know, the venue is different. We upgrade every year. And you can contact me at 669-8455, or you can contact us at our Wings of Mind page on Facebook. Wings of Mind Belize.
Wings of Mind Belize on Facebook.
Yes.
Get more like event details and purchase their tickets.
Exactly.
Very well, very well. Isoli, we thank you so much for joining us on
Thank
the
you
couch
for
to
having
send us
me.
invitation, talk a bit about the organization, but of course encourage people to join your tea party. A male fashion show.
Male
What?
fashion show.
What a great twist.
Yeah, and these guys are coming in from abroad.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Imported goodness.
Importing.
That's an extra
Wink,
teaser
wink.
that she's throwing in there.
I love it. It only gets better. Yeah. But Miriam, it's also time for us to wrap up the show. So we want to thank our friends from
we do.
Luna Careers, who are here to talk about an app that will help you to boost your employment opportunities. So if you're somebody that's an employer looking for candidates, or you're somebody that's looking for a job, check out Luna Careers on your app store, and you're going to be able to download it, create your profile, and get going. Also, the YWCA is celebrating their 70th anniversary this year, and they have amazing events. Of course, you're encouraged to go to YWCA Belize on their
purchase a
Facebook
book.
page to know what events they're going to be having to celebrate.
Yeah, we also had the Miss Desiree and Chelsea here talking about Reef Week and all the amazing events that will be happening. So definitely get involved, folks. The Reef is a part of all of our health in this country. And so it's important to be involved. And then, of course, we have the lovely Miss Isley Lizama. I love that name, by the way. I just have to say that. I told her that off camera. From Wings of Mine, having this beautiful fundraising event. It's a very beautiful foundation that you have. Thank you for doing that. It's, you know, giving back to the people who've experienced grief and helping them with their mental health and things like that. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Here.
I mean, you'll probably be back right before the tea party to tell people to come, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
For sure.
Okay, lovely. Yes,
Right,
and
so,
we have one more birthday shout out before we forget,
One more
ladies
birthday
and
shout out.
gentlemen.
See, I mean, don't
so
forget.
of course
Go
we
for
said
it.
it's a National Brandon Day, but we also have.
Sorry, Brandon, you have to share your birthday.
You have to share your birthday with the lovely Jo Marie, our
So
very Jo
it's
Marie.
our dear Jo Marie Lanza's birthday
Yeah,
also
happy birthday,
today.
Jo.
So Jo Marie, if you know her, she's one of the fabulous reporters.
Reporters
of,
here at Channel 7.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Jo. All the blessings and love, divinely guided, protected at all times, special guardian angels, everything, all the judge, all the blessings to you on this day. We hope that you enjoy.
Yes. Happy birthday, Joe. We love you, and we're so grateful for you and the great work that you're doing, part of our team. Have a great day. It's
a great
Brandon
day.
and Jo Marie Day. What a great thing.
Yes, Brandon and Jo Marie Day.
Yes.
Brandon, that's all we like.
That's okay. I'm sure he's fine sharing his day. You know?
Yes.
Yes. But
All
folks,
right.
we want to thank you so much for making
Thank
some
you.
company to Miriam and I on this
Yes.
Wednesday episode.
Always happy
We
to be
truly
here.
value being here with you and being here
Yes.
with you and being here with you.
Yes. So like I always say, stay grateful, stay blessed. Once you look at what you're grateful for, you see your blessings and you increase your blessings by looking at what you're grateful for. So
I agree.
yes,
100%.
definitely, yes. And
Yes.
now we're gonna dance out. You have to dance with we know.
You're gonna dance with us now. Yes.
She's like,
yeah.
what? Yes,
What kind of dance?
You
We're
could shimmy.
dancing.
You could
Okay,
What's the name of the song?
Let's
do
dance.
this for Freak Day.
Super Freak.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
dance out. Yes.
All right.
She's a super freak, she's super freaking, yeah. Temptation sing.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up